Free speech absolutism is destroying liberal democracy. That your attention, and before you rush into the comment section to hail free speech as the foundation of democracy, first let us define the difference between free speech and free speech absolutism. Free speech is generally accepted as the right of the individual or community to express their opinions or ideas without fear of retaliation, censorship, or coercion. This ideal has been enshrined in Article 19 of the United Nations Human Rights Declaration, upheld as a fundamental freedom in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and as many know, is the purpose of the First Amendment in the United States of America. I said that with way too much conviction. However, none of these fundamental rights ascribe to free speech absolutism, otherwise known as unregulated free speech, regardless of whether it incites hatred or violence. Article 29 of the UN Human Declaration actually clarifies that everyone has the responsibility to respect the rights of others. Section 318 to 320.1 of the Canadian Criminal Code actually prohibits incitement of hatred, violence, and advocating for genocide. And even the United States of America does not allow speech that incites imminent lawless action, otherwise known as fighting words. Furthermore, defamation and libel are generally accepted and not protected forms of speech in most countries. Of course, we cannot discuss free speech without first discussing Mill. John Stuart Mill, the author of liberal theory, was a strong political figure who advocated for free speech in political theory. Mill believed discovering truth could only be achieved through free speech in the unregulated marketplace of ideas because no one person is infallible in their opinion. His main assertion in his argument is that if you have a censor, the censor cannot be infallible. No one is infallible, so the censor can't be infallible, so opinions must compete without regulation. However, while Mill believed law and authority should never interfere with free speech, he did, however, urge that while seeking truth and justice, it is vital to restrain from abusive language, as it only harms the argument and the position of the unpopular opinion. So why are we having this discussion at all? As we've discussed, free speech does not encompass the incitement of hatred and violence in political theory or law. However, we mustn't forget what sparked interest in the discussion of free speech absolutism to begin with: social media. Social media has heralded a change in human communication. Anyone, anywhere with an internet connection is only a click away. This has resulted in the largest marketplace of ideas and gathering of differing opinions from every class level in history. And with this grand marketplace follows a marketplace for influence campaigns utilizing disinformation, invasive algorithms, and tracking cookies prepared to sell and analyze your data, all for the bottom line. Influence campaigns facilitated on social media platforms such as Facebook have already utilized this information to incite real-world violence, such as the Unite the Right event by the neo-Nazi and Ku Klux Klan, and genocide campaigns against the Uyghur population in China, the Rohingya in Myanmar, and the Muslim population in India. So real things that happen, real genocides, all because... So, I say again, free speech absolutism is destroying liberal democracies. Social media corporations need to be regulated and held accountable for their role in vilifying groups and inciting human rights violations. We should not control free speech more than is already prescribed in law, at least in Canada. However, we need to apply those same legal standards to social media. Speech that infringes on the freedom of an individual should never be free. Thank you for listening to my little discussion. Transcript is in the bottom along with sources, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.